How's everything going today, guys? My name is Copycat, and welcome to another glitch-based video focused within the Super Mario Bros. Realm, where in this one, the topic is all about coin-based glitches that can be found in those titles. Here, I picked ones that not only have you probably never seen before, but also ones that should be easy enough for you at home to try out for yourselves. Either way, I'll explain how they work, and go step by step over what you need to do to pull them off. Now, before we get started on this fun video, I hope you all subscribe to my channel, hitting that bell to stay notified when I upload new videos. Of course, the very first game to be released in the mainline series is Super Mario Bros. For the Nintendo Entertainment System in 1985. Where here I want to start things off with a strange glitch that spawns in a random vine that usually leads to a coin heaven. However, here, it literally leads nowhere. To begin things, you first need to beat the game regularly, then start a new one so that the hard mode's activated, but also ensure that you select 2 players as it only works there. Note that you don't actually need a second person, just a second controller, as you don't ever actually play at the same time together. Next, as player 1, you have to die somewhere within World 1-2, then as player 2, make it all the way to World 5-2 and trigger this vine out of the block. Not going up it, and instead just holding on. The objective is to be holding onto the vine while dying to a hammer thrown by one of the Hammer Bros, where if done correctly, when player 1 goes back into World 1-2, a vine will actually spawn out of nowhere, although it doesn't get fully grown, only going up the screen about halfway. This doesn't do much to your gameplay, other than looking very strange. And I get that it doesn't technically involve coins, but still is a device that's meant to lead you to a bunch of them, so you get the connection. Next to come out in Western markets is Super Mario Bros. 2 in 1988, containing a method where you can technically gain as many coins as you want to use towards the slot machine bonus game at the end of each stage, albeit at the cost of losing lives. All you need to do is throw the potion door down near a patch of grass that's also near a void, collecting all of the blades as they come up as coins in the subspace, then jumping into the void to die. For some reason, the game stacks your coins, but also doesn't realize you've used this item before, letting you continuously do this as long as you have enough lives that don't trigger a game over. There is a bit of a risk/reward to this, as you aren't necessarily guaranteed to get those lives back, as I find that the slot game is super random, and most of the time I leave disappointed. Either way, at least it's cool to see. The final installment of the original NES trilogy, Super Mario Bros. 3, came out for the system in North America in 1990. Having 2 glitches I want to mention, starting with the one where certain coins for some reason act as blocks. This takes place at the end of World 2-3, needing to be equipped with a super leaf as you have to fly to the top of the stage and uncover the P-switch found in a block up there. Next, activate that switch and run to the end of the level, where you'll see that a group of blocks didn't properly transform into coins, and still for some reason act as blocks, being able to be walked on and bonked, which is a crazy sight. World 3-3 is another place where something similar to this can occur, as triggering this switch halfway through the stage messes up this block, as it appears to look like a coin, but when triggered actually produces a power-up. This level has something else as well, which is that a particular set of blocks actually still act as coins after you trigger the switch, although you have to be super quick in getting to them, as time runs out very quickly with the switch. This isn't as groundbreaking as the coins as bricks, but it's still interesting that a thing like this actually exists. Next, I want to look at a glitch from the true Japanese sequel to the original, released eventually in Western markets in the Super Nintendo's Super Mario All-Stars collection under the title of The Lost Levels, where in this one there's a specific block that acts strangely due to the coins that are placed on top of it. What I'm talking about can be found in one of the game's extra levels, World B3. Where you can see that the block does not produce a power-up if you bonk it when there's still a coin above it. However, if you first clear that coin and then trigger the block, it will act as intended. This is really important in this specific title, as getting any power-up help that you can is necessary due to its difficulty. So you're going to want to keep this one in mind, as navigating through those extra stages can be a hassle. The only coin glitch I can think of from the franchise's first handheld title, Super Mario Land for the Game Boy, is the one that can happen during the Hoi Hoi boss battle of the Muda Kingdom. Now, I had trouble pulling this glitch off in my version of the game, the one that comes with the Nintendo Switch Online system, But apparently if you stand on this part of the stage where the boss is throwing the ganchins, then you'll be able to collect coins instead of, well, dying. Again, I've only seen this happen through footage from someone named Mug1991 from 16 years ago, so maybe they were playing on a flawed ROM hack or a damaged cartridge or something, who knows. If you yourself can somehow replicate this glitch, then please let me know in the comments below. The next game to come out in the series is Super Mario World for the SNES, having 3 coin glitches I want to look at, starting with one that I had never seen before, where you can actually collect a coin during the title animations. As soon as you see Mario touch the coin, you need to press start on the very same frame he does so, where you know you did it right, where if you enter the first level, you'll have exactly 1 coin. This is not a huge discovery at the end of the day, just something that really sticks out to me because of its absurdity. Next, I want to look at the Yoshi control coin glitch that you can do in the Donut Secret 2 stage, which then will cause the music to get really wacky and begin to play continuously. All you have to do is bring your Dino Buddy to the stage, then, when you get to the control block, jump off it, and trigger it with Caped Up Mario, ensuring that it doesn't go too high on the stage. Next, get back on Yoshi, and eat up the very first coin of the line, which will glitch the game up into thinking it's still there even when it's not. This causes the music to get crazy, just listen. The final that I feel like's worth showing is the weird glitched out coins that you can collect by jumping between the 3 wigglers in the Forest of Illusion 1, which I guess is something that you're not supposed to do. After initially just getting score for doing this, you will eventually start to get coins instead, although only for a short period of time before you get 1-ups. Not exactly sure why this happens, but it seems like it might have been an intended feature that was removed at some point. But who knows, it's just a really random but good thing to show off in the confines of this video. In the sequel, Super Mario Land 2, that came out for the same handheld system but in 1992, there's one bug that can occur if you spam the pause button too many times. This specifically glitches things up if you're hitting blocks in an area where there's a lot on screen at the same time, which can actually break up your game, causing you to go back to the title menu. This probably happens because you're overloading your memory of the system and it can't handle it at all. Although I couldn't get it to work on the Switch version, again probably because it's updated and you have to use the original system to get it to work. The first title to have our mustachioed hero step into the 3D realm is Super Mario 64 for the N64, where I want to showcase 3 ways you can perform infinite coin glitches, starting with the money bag / coin coffer of Snowman's Land. What you need to do is activate the enemy so it begins to jump around the course, then briefly walk away so it's forced to return to its coin form. If you then quickly head back to the coffer right as it becomes a coin, there's a chance it will duplicate and create another version of itself, allowing you to still access the coins within it. If you're good enough at pulling this off, then this can lead to tons of coins. Unfortunately, I'm not good enough at doing this as I could only get it to happen a few times, but I'm sure some of you actually are. The second involves the gigantic piranha plants of Tiny Huge Island, where there's a way to kill them, collect their coins, but still have them respawn for some reason. For this to happen, you need to punch the plant as soon as it's about to re-enter the ground, where if you did it right, you'll hear a noise and see a strange outline around it. Next, you can defeat the piranha without seeing its death animation, but with it still giving you coins, where if you go back and forth between the realms, the plant will oddly spawn again, still containing its coins and all, which is a real head scratcher. Finally, the last glitch I want to look at is the fact that Bowser creates an endless amount of coins with his fire breath. So to get them, all you have to do is wait and collect. I guess there is a limit to this, and it really doesn't do much for you in the end. It's just fun to point out. The next to be released, also within the 3D realm, is Super Mario Sunshine for the GameCube, where there's a really interesting way to cheese getting the 8 red coins in the lily pad ride. To do this, you just need to regularly propel Mario down the river, only having to worry about getting this specific coin, as it's a little bit higher out of the water, meaning you can't collect it through this strange method. Once you're at the end of the course, you then have to jump off the ledge and hover Mario into the water so that you're below its surface, but touching the bottom, where in this state, you can slightly jump out of it and collect the coins. The only difficulty is actually getting out of the water itself, as you have to do a backflip onto a platform. Otherwise, you will just randomly die. However, I find perfecting this method is actually better, as I lost tons of lives trying out this challenge. Honestly, for those who have tried this, I'd love to know which one you had more difficulty doing, either the regular method or this method in the comments below. Nintendo would eventually return the series to its 2D roots in New Super Mario Bros. For the dual screen system, having only one glitch that's somewhat coin related in making this specific P-switch float in midair. To do this, you have to unlock the somewhat secret World 4A, then go to this other somewhat secret sub-area located through this tough to get to pipe. Here, you'll find this P-switch above a few blocks, that when hit from below, doesn't make it disappear like it should, still being able to be triggered, so it does function normally, just looks a bit freaky. Up next is the space-based Super Mario Galaxy Wii entry, having one extremely interesting glitch that involves a coin, which allows you to die and somehow live at the same time. To do this, you have to be at one wedge of health and go through your death animation as you're right next to a coin, where if you're in the right spot, as you lose a life, Mario will collect the coin and actually will end up living. This is super random to pull off, so I don't think it really has any in-game applications, so really at the end of the day, it's kind of useless. The second installment of the new Super Mario Bros. Sub-series came out for the Wii in 2009, having a glitch that gives you a large amount of coins in a crazy way, done in the Castle of World 4. What you have to do is be powered up with an ice flower, and get to the part of the stage where the Koopas are on the punchable fences. Next, shoot a Koopa until it's frozen, then quickly go on the fence and flip it, which will cause coins to begin spewing from the ice block that if not collected can softlock your game. I think an infinite/endless amount can be collected, at least until time runs out. Being a good glitch as it's relatively easy to pull off, / it gives you a lot of lives. The second of the Super Mario Galaxy sub-series also came out for the Wii, this time in 2010, where you can do something to gain an infinite amount of coins within the fluffy buff galaxy. This only works as Mario, as you have to interact with a hint board at one point, first needing to get the Cloud power-up, and use it to get to the star launcher on top of the tree. In this sort of heaven area, collect all of the coins, then jump to the hint board and interact with it, going through the prompts of how to use the power-up. Now, if you return to that coin heaven area, for some reason they're all still there, which should not be happening, allowing you to keep going back and collect as many as you want, as long as you want, which is insane. Nintendo would perfectly blend aspects of the series' 2D and 3D realms with the release of Super Mario 3D Land for the 3DS, having two coin glitches I need to mention, where the first one results with you floating in mid-air. To do this, you have to go to the coin heaven of World 4-3, and then crouch walk off of the far ledge of the cloud, remaining crouched as you fall to the ground. If you did it right, then when you return to the regular level, you'll be stuck in mid-air, unable to move at all. The second one is a way to lose a bunch of coins from the coin coffer in World 7-4, which is really not a good thing and kind of sucks now that I think about it. All you have to do is lure the enemy towards this wall, then ground pound it with its mouth essentially facing into the wall, where it will spit out all of its coins in a place that you can't even get to them. Again, this sucks and not something you want to do, so I'm not even really sure why I'm telling you it, but whatever. In New Super Mario Bros. 2, they came out for the 3DS in 2012. The only glitch from this one that involves a coin at all is the infinite collection of them that you can do in World 3-4. To do this, you have to have a golden fire flower stored in your inventory, and go to the level's coin heaven reached via this vine. Next, flick the Koopa to the left near the vine, then release the power-up, collecting it, triggering the golden ring, and then grabbing the vine while hitting the Koopa so that it travels back and forth, allowing you to collect coins, being the easiest way to achieve the max level limit of 9,999,999, getting a cool alternate title screen for your troubles. Jumping forward now to the absolutely massive Super Mario Odyssey for the Nintendo Switch, we're gonna look at what's probably the hardest glitch in this video, which will teach you how to get out of bounds and collect secret coins in the Bound Bowl Grand Prix course of the Snow Kingdom. First, you have to get on the other side of this glass by capturing the Chivarian and bouncing him on this platform near the very edge. Exiting the creature once you've gotten to the maximum height, which if done correctly will eject you to the other side. Unfortunately, there is a death wall here, so you can't easily explore this course like the other bound race, needing to skillfully land on the outside of the glass, then pull off a series of almost impossible jumps until you get high up enough. From here, you just have to jump towards the course, and if you did it right, you'll be able to explore it and even find coins within the tunnel, which is nuts as this is an entire out of bounds area in a background of a level. Alright, that's gonna be it for today's video, guys. I really hope you did enjoy this one. If you did, please leave a like, comment below what you thought about it, and of course subscribe to my channel. Also, please go follow my Instagram at CopycatGamer. There I'll put some cool clips and items from my collection that you won't see anywhere else. Hope you guys all have a good day, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!